Hey guys, I'm Ryan Hall. Last week's matchup against Georgia was nothing that we expected. However, Auburn football's Tank Bigsby is responsible for scoring one of the few touchdowns all season by any team against Georgia. Filming from the green space, I'm joined by SGA Vice President Cole Callahan and instrument-rated pilot Grant Gilmer to talk about the current state of Auburn. So, what's the word today, guys?
One thing that I wanted to comment on was that I didn't understand, the aggression that was being had towards Bo these past few games. I heard a few chants for TJ Finley during the game, but for me, what I saw was Bo doing the best that he could with the offensive line that he was granted. And considering Georgia's defensive line, I thought that he played the best game that he was given.
He was 21 for 38, and that's with 14 drops by the receivers. And our 5 offensive linemen were actually the lowest rated or graded out starters on the offense. So,
what do you guys think Auburn needs to change moving forward into the season?
I guess I can start. So I was telling everyone before this that I don't play football. I'm not in the locker room, but I feel like I've got a pretty good idea. And I mean, we dropped so many passes, and so like I said, I don't know if that's unacceptable by standards, but feels like we definitely have areas to improve in as far as our receiving goes.
well, besides the facts, I think that Harsin's actually done a great job. Oh, excuse my voice, I lost this weekend yelling. He's done a great job of motivating the players. And Gus Malzahn was a great coach, great person, don't get me wrong, but it really seems like the players are playing for Harsin, and he's got them fired up. Bruce Pearl before the game taking his shirt off and firing everyone up.
That was crazy.
We've just got some great coaches on campus right now, really positive culture. Everyone seems to have a great attitude. Game didn't go the way we wanted it to.
Yeah. I would actually echo that and talk about, tip-off at Tumors, which was just a few days prior to that game. I think you can tell that the environment is definitely extremely positive. It wasn't just a student-centered event at all, even though it was on a Thursday. I mean, there were so many families I saw, family members, previous students, faculty, and staff. So I definitely think the attitude right now is still positive in regard to our sports teams, but hopefully the game this coming Saturday can be a little bit more positive.
Yeah, we'll turn things around.
Yeah.
Turn things around for sure.
Yeah.
And speaking of the game, what do you guys think we can expect at Arkansas?
I guess my thought is if we scored against Georgia and we played well, I'd like to think that we could do just as well against Arkansas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, LSU's defensive line and Georgia's defensive line are much better than Arkansas's. So from a matchup standpoint, I mean, we had Jarquez Hunter averaging 10 yards a carry. He only received 5 carries in this past game. So back to your question, what should we change going forward? I think Jarquez Hunter needs a few more carries. Nothing against Sean Shivers. He is a very unique back. He had the one ball, unfortunately, bounce off his face mask that kind of changed the game, flipped the entire momentum. I want to see Jarquez Hunter more. I want to see Landon King, who's a freshman. He's a tight end. They can play a little bit of receiver to the 40. He's a tall guy. I don't know if y'all see. He went into the game a little bit. I want to see some more of Landon King as well. So that's my two takes on it. So.
I feel like there are multiple reasons to consider us to be fully in contention at this game. And I think it's going to be exciting, even though it's away. Even though it's away, I still feel comfortable, especially considering how we played at LSU at our previous away game. So hopefully the Tigers travel in the way that they have the past 2 away games.
War Eagle, guys.
War Eagle, thank you for having us.